Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Orange Podcast powered by Dial TV. My name is Nisi Daniel. Once again, thank you for always joining us and watching our content on social media and on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the life of a programmer. The question I ask you, and I'm going to answer, is who is a computer programmer? To me, a computer programmer is someone who tests, modifies, and writes code to allow softwares function and run properly in a computer system. We can see that the role of a computer programmer has definitely evolved over the years. But looking back within the last 150 years, from the emergence of IBM in 1911 and to the emergence of Microsoft in 1975, to Apple in 1976, to Oracle in 1977, to Dell in 1984, to Amazon in 1994, to Google in 1998. To me, Google, I would say, is one of the greatest technological companies that has ever existed. So as Facebook, one of the greatest social media apps and companies, an organization that has also existed. I would say that over the years, as I said before, the role of a computer programmer has definitely changed. That is because the human race evolves, it changes, it is not constant. We're going to be asking Mr. Joshua, who is my guest today, about several topics. How does a computer programmer create an app from scratch? How does he think? What inspires him? Who are his mentors, or who are their mentors? Because he represents the host of a whole lot of programmers out there. So come along as we enjoy this ride together. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Joshua.
Thank you for having me.
You sharp today, not be smart now. Mr. George, I forgot to add in the intro that Mr. Joshua is a prodigy, is a cybersecurity expert and head of computer programming department at Dow Cloudsoft. Yeah, Sai DB now. How's been your day?
Oh, thank God. How about yours?
My day has been stressful. You know the way they be now. Nigeria said they just being in this country is a stress on its own. How
Uh,
they take survive for this country? But
we
you
are
be
used to
programmer,
it.
you chop big money now.
We are
Eh?
used to it, my brother.
So how did it all start for you? Like, can you give us like a brief background or a brief history of your childhood, how you grew up?
Okay. Um, at first, the intention was to go for medicine. You know why it is now. When you're in,
Choke medicine guy.
yeah,
Why
when you
medicine?
are doing well in school
Mm,
and your people feel okay, you are smart.
mm,
And you know that year they feel doctors, they are the smarter ones.
fact,
So that was my
fact.
option then, though. But after many try, like three times I tried it, I
Mm,
couldn't get it. So I just opted out from school,
crazy.
Like I opted out because the fourth try I didn't even score up to the
Yeah,
last one. The jump percentage I
yeah,
got
yeah,
for the
yeah,
last year. I
yeah.
couldn't even get up to that. So that was I entered into business. I was doing buying and selling. From
Nice.
there, I decided to just get a skill to learn and skill. So I ventured into aluminum fabricating,
What?
installation.
What's
Yeah,
aluminum fabricating?
yeah.
Can you explain for the people
Aluminum
who don't
doors
have the
and
idea?
windows, these sliding doors that you
Okay,
see,
nice.
fabricating it and installation of long span roofing. So that was what I was doing. So at a particular time, I realized the money is coming.
Yeah.
I can still go back to school. So by then, it was already like 6 years after secondary
Wow.
school.
Wow.
So that was it. So I decided to go back to school, but this time around in a different uh with a different perspective, because
Mm.
now I'm already working.
Yeah.
I'm getting the cheese.
Yeah.
So
That one are the most important with
yeah,
that
so
too.
I'm no longer calling home that they should send me money. I'm not
Facts.
like the regular student again.
Mm.
So I just had to decide which course will fit, like what will
What?
pay me.
Yeah.
This is not just going to school for formality again. So that was it. That was how I chose the cybersecurity. Though they didn't give me the course for 100 level,
Mm.
I had to switch after my 100 level. And
Which
it
which school you
was
which school you go?
okay. It was Federal University of Technology, Mina.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. They have the course there.
Wow.
So they gave me a different course. After the 100 level, I decided to switch. But it was hell. But I don't think time will permit us to say that, because my
Mm.
HOD refused to allow me leave based on
Why?
my CGP. She said anybody that has more than that will not go anywhere. So it was tough.
Anybody that has more than that particular CGP
Yeah,
would
she's
not go
not.
anywhere.
And they've already accepted me on the department that I'm supposed to go to. So for more than 1 month,
Okay, meaning say, let me get it right. Meaning say, your CGPA was far above waiting she put as
exactly.
what?
So and you know, if you
I'm
don't
not
have,
lying when I
and
say this man is a
if you don't
prodigy.
have, if your CGP is not high, they will not even
Yeah,
accept
yeah,
you where
yeah.
you are
Fact,
going to.
fact.
So they also have their minimum.
Mm.
So she did that for more than 1 month. They've already started receiving lectures. I was still going to her office every morning to go and beg her.
So may
Almost
she
2 months.
allow you
So for
port.
her to just sign the change of the transfer form.
It's crazy.
After like 2 months, she now wrote not recommended for transfer, because she already knew the thing is getting on her. I'm pesting her. So and she's claiming she sees the form.
Hmm.
So she just wrote not recommended for transfer and gave it to me. So but let me not go into details. But at the end of the day,
The G is the sweet, sha. Continue
no,
small.
if I go into details, maybe it will
We
turn
feel
to
go.
another thing, because after she did that,
Mm.
I had to just on my own
Mm.
take up the boldness of
Mm.
I had to, do I have to say this?
Yeah, you can say it.
Where she wrote not recommended for transfer, I
Yeah.
just used tippers to clean
Sharp.
that note. It now became recommended for transfer. With I just summon the courage and submit it to Senate. If they drive me fine, if
Yeah.
they change me fine. That was how I saw myself in cybersecurity.
Wow.
Though in Senate they saw it, but they just felt if someone should buy a phone for 20K with this kind of grade
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
are
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
so
I think it was merited.
that
It
was
was
how they
merited.
felt they should just pity me and allow me go. So that was how I got into the department, and it was not easy for me because my mates had already gone far.
Finished. Yeah.
They've already gone far. I was like 2 months behind,
Hmm.
and but all the same, we are here today. That
This
one
is
is bygone now.
this is nice.
Yeah.
I like the gist gone. It's a good
It's a
one.
gist now, but as at then,
No be
it
gist.
was everything.
No be
Because
gist that time or the
I
experience
couldn't
choke.
sleep, and
Are you
after
serious?
all the years staying at home, I've gotten, because the course they gave me
Hmm.
was education, physics education. So I just had to take it because I'd already stayed at home for a long time. So I said, let me take it and switch. Switching now became a problem, but
But from how you started to this present time of finishing university, uh what made you choose cybersecurity? Because you said parents were pushing for, okay, this guy is so intelligent, he could be a medical doctor, but you were not, one way or the other, God shall no allow you get into the school of your choice, and then you went to work for some time. Why, after working in the aluminium industry, why did you still choose cybersecurity? You could have said business, you could have, gotten another thing.
yeah.
Why cybersecurity? Is it because it was
The
beautiful to
word
hear?
cybersecurity. Anybody that hears it
Yeah.
wants, like, you have the ability to hack into somebody's laptop. You
Fact.
have the ability to control someone's phone. Everybody wants to have that
Mm,
ability.
mm.
and it is lucrative. If you look at
It
the,
is lucrative.
yeah, so long as the internet is booming, there
Hmm.
must be cyber crime and
Loopholes.
you must have the cyber security. So these are some of the factors that just led me into it. Like I should go for this. Yeah, those are the reasons. I just needed something that I know I will not graduate and start looking for job.
So how was
Yeah.
it when you finished? Did you get job immediately?
Yeah, I got job. I got job after 3 months of graduating. I didn't even go for NYC because
Sharp.
yeah, while we were
You don't
in,
already work 6 years before you enter school now. Wait till they
I
find.
just had to take the job sef, because
Mm,
being in cybersecurity is not saying it with your mouth. You need to practice it.
you have to show
Because
it.
when we graduated, already, like I told you, I was working as an aluminum fabricator.
No.
So it was paying me, but I knew if I continue like this, the skills I've learned in school,
Mm,
I can't make use of it. So when I got the offer, because while we were in school
yeah.
during our final year, we went for one capture the flag competition. They call it capture the flag.
Mm,
You hack into a server to get the flag there. So it was on that competition
yeah.
somebody recommended me to Aptech hardware and
Mm,
hardware training
yeah.
academy. So 3 months after I graduated, they called me and said somebody told us about you, that you are good, you can hack into system. Can you teach ethical hacking?
Mm,
Though I was working, but I felt I need to. This is what I want
yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
So
This is
let
what
me
you're
just take
studying
this
here.
offer. So that was it. So getting the job was not an issue at all, and I will not say it was due to my knowledge.
Mm,
It's God that did it, because there are still some cybersecurity guys that we graduated together that it took them time before they got an offer.
were you the best in
So
your? Were you the best in your school? Like
no, no,
in your department?
I wasn't the best. Like I told you, I already had issues coming in, and
Mm,
the major issue was that the course I did for 100 level does not have anything to do with cyber security. I was not even
yeah.
doing maths. I was into physics, chemistry education. So
It's
coming
crazy.
to cybersecurity in 200 level, you have to do all the general maths.
Mm.
You have to do their CSS departmental courses, the one they did for 100 level. So
So you have to
it
do
was
all
now
of them
making
in
me to
200
be
level.
dropping the courses.
Sheesh.
So I was dropping a lot of course, then bringing the ones I've not done,
Hmm.
then I'll drop. So this made me add one extra year.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
because my HOD just felt I should do one extra year. I did just courses for that
Yeah,
year now.
extra, yeah.
Just three courses for that extra year. But as I then I was seeing it like they are taking me back. But I later realized that it was for my own good, because
It was. It
it was for
was.
my own good.
It was. It was. Me, my thought right now is your stories inspire. Like the 6 years you had to wait, going back to school, that positive zest and commitment to decide that you were going back to school and sponsoring yourself basically through school. My question now is what what inspires you to continue into the life of computer programming? Because at this point in time, you can do anything. I've seen computer programmers for Nigeria where they go leave the computer programming and do business because they don't
Yeah,
already get business history,
yeah.
or they go do some kind of other hustles. What inspires you every day to continue in this line?
Yeah, like I said earlier on, I had that intention of going to school. The
Mm,
brain was there. It was because I couldn't get what I want
mm,
as a medical doctor. That
yeah.
was why I diverted. So over time, I realized this is not where I should be. Like the first time I even made the decision was when I followed my oga. Let me call it that. Put it
Mm,
that way. Went to do some car parks on their university there.
mm,
When I saw students moving around, like I was really awed that I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be like these guys.
mm.
That was the first year of
I want
mine.
to give you ginger with
Those were
that.
part of the things that made me like I said no. I have to go back. I have the brain and the money is coming. So what's stopping me? So That was it. That was it. That was why I decided to go back.
But waking up every morning now, what inspires you to continue doing this? Because
Okay, yeah.
Nigeria safe now stress.
Okay, you see, there's not like doing what gives you joy. You get
Hmm.
it, yeah. Because I'm already like programming is part of me. Because being in cybersecurity, programming is the core, more like the core courses you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
You don't do cybersecurity without programming. So I'm already used to that. But while in school, they just teach you the peripherals. They don't go in depth. So you have to build yourself. So when I started working
Hmm.
as an ethical hacking
Hmm.
instructor, I was also teaching Java programming.
Hmm.
So that was where I really, really
Now
got
only
that grant.
now only Java you do. Is it only Java you do, or
No,
you
that
do
was
Python
then.
and Ruby?
As at now, if I start mentioning the languages I do, it will seem as if maybe I'm exaggerating, but
Hmm.
I do a lot of because you can't, for you to excel in this industry, you can't be in one place.
Maybe small
Whatever
thing.
trendy language that comes in,
Yeah,
you have to
you can.
blend because this Java you're talking about is for Android only.
Yeah,
You write it for Android. Then for iOS you use Swift. But there's a new language now known as Flutter, which when you write it, you build for Android, build for iOS. So you use one language for two different
beautiful,
platforms. So
beautiful.
if you are a Java developer, you are still lacking behind. You have to update yourself to learn this
Me,
Flutter.
I know if you say if you do that, this tech something guy.
You
I
can
don't
do it.
see. Everybody know themselves. I get small knowledge for this IT tech thing. I know she'll say it be my
You can do it.
yeah.
Nobody is born to do it. You get it. It's just you have to be curious. That's one thing. Nobody should push you to do it. Yeah,
Curiosity.
you have to make it that you want to do it. If someone is asking you to go and learn it, you can't because there's lots of frustration in it. That
So
is it.
when I started the intro for this episode, I mentioned great computer programmers and technology magnates, people like Larry Ellison, Oracle, people like Bill Gates, people like Jeff Bezos, people like Mark. Who inspires you? Like who be your mentor, whether physically or on the internet? Who inspires you?
My inspiration did not come from those guys. Seriously,
Wow,
let me be
crazy.
sincere. I only admire this guy, this Jeff
Jeff
Bezos.
Bezos.
Yes, I admire him because I've gone through his history.
Hmm.
I watched the movie which they act using his background, so
Wow.
I was inspired. But that was not. I'd already been in the field before
Hmm.
seeing that. That's part of this, but not what really pushed me into the programming. I just needed because me, while like I find myself drawing, I knew that I can draw someone right from childhood.
Hmm.
So this anything creative, like doing something that you can see, it's I like it. Right from my primary school, when it's hard for my colleague to draw, I'll just draw my own, draw their own, draw their,
Hmm.
I have lots of artwork that I've done on my own. So that's anything that has creativity in it, I like it.
Hmm.
The first time I said I want to learn website, I was still using a phone. Then I said I want to learn how to design a website. I don't even have a laptop. I've not even entered the university then. So those anything that has to do with creating something that you see, I have that passion for it. So those are some of the inspiration I had that led me into this.
There's something about tech people. Many tech people, just like some of the names I mentioned, they are either Scientologists, like they believe in Scientology as a religion. Some of them are Buddhists, which we don't judge about. Religion is great, but do you believe in God? Like, do you believe in the existence of God?
I believe in God. Oh.
Mm.
Why not? Someone
The
that
way you
doesn't
say they I believe in God,
if
and I say,
no no
but
no, I
one.
don't even know how to say it because if anybody that says he or she does not believe in God, that
Mm.
person never see anything
Mm.
to me.
Word for the day.
To me. So like I said earlier, I said it is not even my knowledge that brought me this far, it's God. So
Mm.
I believe in God. Yeah, I came up. I was brought up from a God fearing family. You get it. My parents were God fearing people. Like,
Mm.
so
They need to joke with God.
no, they don't joke with God. So that was even part of the things that helped me through my journey, as because growing up in Benin City,
Mm.
it's not funny. So, but if you have this kind of parents that put God
Guide you.
first, even when you are moving out with bad gangs or
Mm.
other, you still know
Mm.
that if you get home,
Yeah.
there are some questions to answer. So it also
You
helped
align
me
your
shaping me.
ways.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Your story is sweet. Your
It's
story is
sweet.
sweet. Do you have an idea of creating like a cybersecurity hub or a cybersecurity company in the future? Like
Yeah,
venturing
yeah, yeah,
venturing permanently on your own?
yeah. If I have the incentive, because sincerely, coming up with a cybersecurity firm is not one person's job,
Mm.
because the tools involved, like the forensic tools, some are millions of dollars. You get it?
Mm.
So they are very, very expensive. And aside the fact that you can afford you can buy these tools, you
Yeah.
get the financial resource, you still need government backup. Like when we were in school, they teach you how to hack a system, but they will not allow you to hack the system
Hmm.
because it's a crime.
Yeah, it is.
It's a crime. Where do you now practice? We have virtual systems that we hack into. There are intentionally vulnerable
Mm.
websites that we hack into. So even if you come up to say you have a cybersecurity firm, you have to, government must have given you that license so that if you now penetrate someone's website, you can you have a backup for that. You get it. So
Yeah.
aside the funds, you need every backup from the government.
Mm.
Yeah. Because you can also use it to go astray. It's more like a policeman with a gun. You get
Every
it?
guy. I beg,
Yeah.
no mention
It's more
Nigeria
like, yeah,
police.
it's like, no, I'm referring to every policeman with a gun, they feel they
Normally.
have edge over you.
Normally.
Just like as we are now,
Yeah.
if I can create a link and send to you, once you click that link, you already installed my malware. So it's
Mm.
more like I have an edge over you. I can misuse that ability. You get it? So that is why it is they are being controlled by the government. Aside that you can establish, you
Yeah.
have to go
But
through
does
all
Nigeria
the.
give room for the development of cybersecurity organizations? Like,
Yes,
it
yes.
makes sense to establish your company for Nigeria.
Yeah, yeah, but the Nigerian system, they are not really aware of the
Mm.
dangers of the internet for
Mm.
now. They are not really
Really?
aware. Yeah, so if they are, there should be so much awareness of this, because imagine so many people falling into scam every day, and people are not really aware of the
No be
dangers
lie.
on the
No be
internet
lie.
in Nigeria. Though we are
Is
getting
it
there.
because like 60% of Nigerians are living under the poverty level? 16% of Nigerians are poor. Is that why?
That is part of the factor, and you not also check when did we even start accessing the internet like fully?
Mm,
When did
fact.
we start? So it's
Fact.
compared to a society that have been accessing the internet for a very long time. They've already seen the disadvantages of it. So we are getting there though, and also some of our lawmakers, they know this, bringing this cybersecurity as our own, it will also affect them, because there are some things that will be fished out by these guys. So most time they don't want to put this law
Mm,
into place for their own good.
for their own good,
Yeah, yeah.
not for our own good.
No, for their own good.
Choco.
Yeah.
But how sometimes, jokes apart, I feel say why God make me Nigerian. As much as Nigerians are extremely intelligent, no matter where you go. I mean, they read one research that Nigeria in US among the top 4% educated people. In
Yeah.
UK, same. In Australia, same. In Europe, parts of Europe, same. But why be say Nigerians for Nigeria? Many of them he had to succeed. Why?
It is the system. It is the system. That's just what I can say on that. It is the system.
Choke. Maybe small thing.
And we are trying our best because sincerely what I've done,
Mm.
I've created a sniffing tool, a software that can intercept communication between two devices.
Is that your
I
personal? Is that your personal
No, we were
software?
three of them that we were three that created it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But we created it for a company though, which I will not disclose their name.
Okay.
And we also did a steganography software where I
Can you
can
explain that?
embed. Okay, steganography is the ability for you to embed information inside an image, for example. I can
Mm,
send
mm,
a PDF file to you, a PNG file, that's an
yeah.
image file to you, but it has information inside it. When you see it is an image, you download it as an image,
Yeah.
but there
Person
are
will go decipher
lots
and
of,
go decipher
yeah,
am.
there is a key, there's a private key for you to not decipher
This
to get
glass, these
the
glasses where they
information.
use, no be small. Now you just they reveal yourself to me.
No, no, no. But when you start saying all those things,
Yeah.
the Nigerian system will not. They are not really, really encouraging us. So, but we are still doing our best. Yeah.
Would you prefer to live in Nigeria, and have a global name, or move to a place like Silicon Valley, US, and
You don't
work?
need to say that again now.
Be patriotic
You don't need to
citizen.
say that
But
again, my
wait,
brother.
the way they do you be
Do you
but
know what
uh,
you get paid for working with
uh,
those guys? Yeah, you know.
but okay, so if you get paid there, when you get paid there, because I feel like one way or the other they go still finally grab you go. When you get paid there, would you in the future think of establishing your company and moving your company down to Nigeria?
Yeah, me, I would prefer that if I can. Yeah,
But
because
you won't work for Silicon
because
Valley first.
but the since we already have the market more like we have too much competitors over there. If you have something like that here,
Mm,
you are going to make more out of it. Get it?
beautiful.
Yeah. Unlike in a society where you have lots
Yeah,
of
lots of.
cyber security
But they
firms.
say
You get
competition
it?
brings innovation now. So if you did there and say Nigerians and we know they give up. So if we did there now we they compete with these YTs and we want to just be better than them, like wouldn't you prefer that than just being a big shark in an empty sea in Nigeria?
No, to me I still prefer
I still prefer
to
Nigeria.
come and invest in
People like
my
say be
home
patriotic guy
because
last.
I would not want to live like maybe like a refugee, or let me put it
Mm.
that way. I want to stay in a place where I know, yes, I have my full say. I can go anywhere,
Yeah,
anytime, not
yeah,
be treated like a foreigner.
yeah.
It's when you don't have the funds, that is where you feel like you
Yeah,
want to travel. If you
facts
have
though.
the funds and everything,
Facts though. So today's topic, the gist don't go well, but today's topic is termed the life of a programmer. So what's your basic day like as a programmer? Do you just wake up in the morning or you wake up in the night? People say that programmers their lives are mostly in the night. They are nocturnal human beings, which means they are always active in the night rather than day. So how is your daily life like?
um, 24 hours is not enough for a day. As a
Shit.
programmer, 24 hours is not enough.
Huh.
Before you know it, it's gone. And that saying that they say they work only at night, no, you work all
Clock.
through,
Wow.
except you are not engaged as a programmer. That is
Hmm.
when you have specific time. When you are engaged with task, nobody will tell you because you know you have to do it. And sometimes a task might take you days, depending on how far you've gone. Get it?
As a programmer, can you have another business, like a different business entirely from programming? Even though it is advised now because you're a programmer to whatever you're doing, you put technology inside. But imagine, say, you get like a business entirely, let's say like fish farming or agriculture, and they do your programming. Can it work?
You can't do it yourself except you someone would manage it for
Mm,
you. But as an active programmer, there is no time for any other thing. Sincerely, there is no time because I don't even know how to say it. When you have tasks lined up in front of you to do, where is the time for another business?
Maybe like
Your mind is always there. Sometimes I'm sleeping, but it's look as if I'm faced to my system. When I open my eyes, oh, I'm sleeping.
chai, chai.
So
What's the longest uh longest time you have stayed awake? The amount of hours? 12, 15, 17.
these days I don't even. It's when I was in school. That was when I did lots of sleepless nights.
Hmm.
Lots because then we are still
Yeah,
learning
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You know, we did lots of sleepless days because what we do mostly then is ethical hacking, writing software
Hmm.
for malwares and antivirus. So it's not something you just write within a day and you get it. You have to do sleepless nights. Sleepless nights.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's you. I
No,
just the
don't
reason
let it.
how.
Don't make it look
I
as
just
if it's
a,
hard.
I just
Though. This
a. No, no.
me that is learning
Every
now. Am I
industry,
not human being?
every industry, uh, anyone finds he or herself, himself or herself in can be a whole lot. But this is another thing entirely. This is crazy. This is
Sorry if
crazy.
I'm painting it
No, 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 no. Why
this
you they
way.
apologize to
Because
me?
no, the way you are saying it's like you are scared
I know
already.
I'm not scared.
Please.
I've seen
The
worse.
only
I've seen
problem is that
crazy
when you are
things.
into when you are starting it, it
Yeah,
looks
looks
very, very
yeah,
hard.
but
But
you get used
over
to it.
time, when you are not discouraged with
Okay.
the obstacles, over time you start enjoying it. Like I can't stay in a day now without writing a code. That's just the
You're
fact.
already used to it.
That's the fact.
You've practiced it over and over again.
I'm telling you. That's it.
So before we go, in the beginning of this episode, I mentioned that Mr. Joshua is the head of programming in Dow Cloud Soft, and Dow Cloud Soft is uh, our mother company. Is the Dow Cloud Soft one way or the other sponsors the Unreserved podcast, and we have the head of programming. But what do you guys really do?
Okay, majorly what we do is software development.
Hmm.
Yeah. Software development ranging from mobile apps, web websites, desktop app, anything that has to do with software. You get it? That's what we do. We create for clients. We also create our own in-house. We have list of projects on ground. Some are running already, while some are under development. So majorly it's software development.
But is there anyone you can like let our viewers know any app that would help them live a better life that you can tell them that okay, this is our app, and can you just like tell
Yeah,
us
yeah.
any app that's running on Play Store right now?
When you go to Play Store now, we have the LGTI Logistic app.
Yeah,
It's for logistics dispatching.
yeah,
There's the Nevis Logistics also.
yeah.
Then we have DAO Distributors, which is an
Beautiful.
e-commerce app for buying and selling.
Play Store and iOS Store.
Yeah, Play Store and App Store. Yeah, the
Beautiful.
DAO Distributor app. Then we have the Gmia. That one has to do with it entails multiple aspects of life, both dating,
Mm.
tracking. So we just have to put everything into one app. You
Are you
get it?
serious?
Yeah, yeah.
Why you not never tell me this particular gym? This thing sounds sweet now. As you
No,
mentioned dating
talk
now,
the little
as you
talk
mentioned
now.
dating now, as I come up for here now, don't go check the why if
We
you
are
want
good to
smile,
go.
smile now.
We can even assign a lady to you
No,
there
no,
as an
no.
admin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll assign a lady to you.
This man. Anyways, Mr. Joshua, thank you so much for having time or making out time to be here. You're truly an inspiration. Most people watching this might not know what you really do. They might just hear is the head programmer or Oga you be Oga, no be small thing. They might not know, but me I know. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you guys for watching. I want you to continue watching watching all our shows and our episodes. I want you to like, and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media pages. Thank you and have a great time. Cheers.